Hello and welcome to Gold Classes. We are going to do something new. We have with us a very special guest today. And to be very frank and clear, let me tell you very frankly, Sir has a huge experience of 15 years and he is a senior lecturer at St. John's School, Jaunpur. And sir, with your ultimate knowledge and experience, you have changed the lives of hundreds of thousands of students. And with that in mind, I would like to invite you to my session. And I am very happy to have you here this evening. And I am very happy just because you accepted my invitation and you agreed to come and join us this evening. So, from the core of my heart, from the bottom of my heart, I welcome you, sir,
Thank you,
to
sir.
this session. And for my viewers and students whom I teach, I want to ask a few questions to you, sir, just because they are always very confused how to speak English. And something when they are given a chance to speak from the stage or when it comes to public speaking like situation, they feel it is very tough for them and they show a sorry figure, and they show a sorry figure while speaking from the stage, and public speaking is not their cup of tea. So we have so many questions and we want to ask you a few of them, sir. And with that in mind, sir, I want you to speak something. And my first question to you is, sir, I want to know on behalf of my learners and students, how can we speak English in a short span of time? This is what I want to know, first of all, before we begin.
Okay, thank you so much, Awnindra sir. I am extremely thankful that you invited me, and it's my pleasure to be the part of Gold Classes. Okay,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Yeah, yeah.
And it is also extraordinary honor for me that you think that I am capable to give my tips, because I don't feel that I am so capable,
Yeah,
but that is
yeah.
your good wishes and your love towards me. So,
Yeah.
my dear students, let me tell you something experience which I gained in my life. And what I learn in my life is the best way of learning is from others' experiences.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is the best way of learning. If we start learning by ourselves, it will take whole life to learn anything. For example, I want to give you one example. If you don't know how to start a bike, okay, and you started working on that one,
Yeah.
because you don't know what you will do, you will try all the trick by
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
and ultimately I'm sure even after 10 years, by opening all the parts of engine, the puncture and all the tube and tire, you might be not able to ignite the engine. Why? Because you are not experienced in that one.
Yeah.
So that is the role of the experienced mentors like Avnil sir,
Yeah.
that who gives you the chance to ignite the engine of your life. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah.
And the most important thing which I learned, very frankly, I want to tell you all that I belong to this place only of Jaunpur. I never went to any of the metro cities.
Yeah.
I never studied even in the metro cities. But still, with your blessing and with my blessing of Almighty,
Yeah.
I am surviving. And I know quite well how to survive and how to cope the need of the world. Okay. And the most important thing is that presentation, how you present yourself. Okay. So first and the most important thing, sir, which I learned,
Yeah.
don't underestimate yourself. That is the most important thing.
So you mean to say they have ultimate potential in themselves?
Everyone, we
Yeah.
are the part of universe, and we are having a God particle with ourselves, sir.
Yeah.
है ना? Everyone in this world is capable of creating history. Okay, so don't underestimate yourself. And this is not a cup of tea. Means in a single second, 1 day, 2 day, you may learn. It takes a long duration. But sir said, how to learn all these skills in a very short span of time. Let me tell you what
Yeah.
I experience. I told you, the best way of learning is from others' experience. And here I am sitting because I am experienced than you all. That's why. That is only the reason.
Yeah.
I know in future you may be more experienced and more capable than me. Okay, capability
Yeah,
can be
sure.
encouraged.
Sure.
It will be encouraged by you all. But what I learn in my life is that learning English is very easy task. But for that you need to do what? You know what I did? the personality in yourself, the soul, आत्मा इसको कहते हैं. That is the thing which whom you talk most
Yeah.
in your life. आज मेरी बात आप सुन रहे हो, फिर भी अंदर से वो बात कर रहा है आपसे, बोलता है ना, सर क्या बोल रहे हैं, सर ज्यादा बोल रहे हैं, कम बोल रहे हैं, इनकी बात समझ में आ रही है, नहीं समझ में आ रही है. वो आपके अंदर जो बैठी आत्मा है, वो सबसे ज्यादा बात करती है आपसे. Is I am right?
Yeah.
And that it will judge you everywhere, anywhere, that will judge. What I adopted, first of all, although I am from this only place where even nobody is ready to talk in Khadi English, Hindi, everybody is right to just enjoy
Yeah.
speaking Bhojpuri,
Yeah.
but still I am speaking English. If you try to speak in English, people will speak झाड़ रहे हैं, दिखा रहे हैं, बड़ा बन रहे हैं, लोग आपको कभी सहयोग नहीं करेंगे. लेकिन अगर आपको सीखने की जज्बा है, तो आपके अंदर जो बैठा हुआ ये है, वो तो आपका है ना, उसको कोई कमांड नहीं कर सकता. You start talking to yourself in English. That is the most important thing which I learned in my life, sir.
Yeah.
है ना?
Sure.
What you talk to yourself, and that will never insult you. क्योंकि दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा रोग मेरे बारे में क्या कहेंगे लोग. आप जैसे ही बोलना चाहोगे, सामने वाला कहेगा, अरे डर लगेगा, आपको खुद डर लगेगा अगर मैंने गलत बोला तो क्या होगा, लोग मेरा मजाक उड़ाएंगे, और नतीजा ये डर गया, वो क्या हो गया, मर गया. हमारे अंदर अंग्रेजी बोलने की जो चाहत है वो वहीं खत्म हो जाती है. तो मेरा जो सबसे बड़ा खुद का अनुभव है वो ये है, सर.
Yeah.
First and the most important thing is start talking to yourself in English. That is not easy task. कई बार आप first of all you try to give name, means noun.
Yeah.
Okay, start naming कि what is that, क्योंकि many times you might be missing the exact word for that. तो पहले the first step, I'm starting with the first step.
Yeah.
Start naming everything. इसको switch कहते हैं, इसको ट्यूबलाइट कहते हैं, इसको फैन, because we belong to the basically UP.
Yeah.
So we are very good in knowledge, that we are very capable, but our expression lacks somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's why we hesitate. Okay, the most important thing is name down, in your brain. You talk to yourself, and then very easily you will start talking to yourself. And once you will start talking to yourself, the person inside who is judging you will just make you capable. Now you try to speak with others. Is I'm right?
Yeah.
So that is my first answer to your question, and I feel you might be satisfied with my answer. Thank
Okay,
you.
that's amazing, sir. And you have given us a lot of tips and tricks by which keeping them in mind, our students can speak English. And I am very thankful to you, sir, for joining us this evening. And this is just was my request, and it was my request, sir. I tried reaching you. You accepted my invitation. You are here, and this video is reaching to a large number of students.
Sure.
And they can also improve themselves, keeping in mind the tips you have shared with us this evening, sir. The next question, I don't have very much question
No problem,
to ask,
sir, no
but
problem.
only a few questions I have written in order to ask you, sir, because you are an expert in it, and you did everything in a very exquisite manner. And I think your huge experience of 15 years is not something that may not teach anyone anything. So you have a huge experience, and this
Since
is something
I want to
Yeah.
interpret you,
yeah
just I want to say no one is born
yeah
with the skill of genius. We become genius by our will.
yeah
When we try to walk many times in our early childhood days,
Yeah.
we might have fallen, but we never lost our spirit. बचपन में जब चलने की कोशिश किए होंगे, 1000 बार गिरे होंगे, लेकिन आपने ये नहीं कहा बेइज्जती हो गई, मेरा भौकाल कम हो गया, मैं नहीं चलूंगा. नहीं, आप उठे और चले, और आप में और मुझ में पीटी उषा भी हमने बन के दिखाया. तो आपको गिरना है. गिरना बुरी बात नहीं है, बुरी बात है ना उठना. तो आप लाख गलतियां करें, लाख आप इंग्लिश में गड़बड़ाइए, लाख गलतियां करिए, घबराना नहीं है, फिर आगे कदम बढ़ाना है, क्योंकि मुझे और आपको
Yeah.
प्रूफ करके दिखाना. आज एक्सपीरियंस सर ने यूज किया, लेकिन किसी दिन मैं भी घबराता था, किसी दिन मुझे भी ऐसे कैमरे के सामने बैठना हो तो मुझे भी उलझन महसूस होती थी कि क्या कुछ कह दूंगा, कुछ बोल दूंगा. लेकिन ये जजमेंट अपने आप खत्म हो जाएगा. कब? जब आप आउटस्पोकन होंगे. कोशिश करिए, क्योंकि कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, moving to the next question, as I was asking, sir, and I want to know, sir, in your case, in your life, as you told earlier, you also grew up in a Hindi environment.
Sure.
Everybody was there. They were not supporting you to grow with English as a language. And this was a challenging situation in your life as well. So I want to know and understand from you, sir, how did you do this? How could you make this possible in order to be a fluent speaker? And you are teaching thousands of students and they are learning a lot from you, sir. And being in a challenging situation, how you improved and reached to the top of your success, this is what I want to know when it comes to English, in special reference to English as a language. I want to ask.
Yes, very good, sir. Good question. I may
Yeah.
help you that in that way also.
Yeah, sure.
That I feel challenges make you more strong. Without challenge, life is worthless. It's of no use. If there is a challenge, then only there is a meaning in life. जब चैलेंज है ही नहीं तो जिंदगी जीने का मतलब ही क्या है? मजा तो तभी आता है ना जब देखने वाले ताली बजाने वाले हो. तो कभी भी हमें चैलेंज से घबराना नहीं चाहिए. अब रही बात इंग्लिश हाउ टू इम्प्रूव, तो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज
Yeah.
just read as much as you can. Okay, easily newspaper. Newspaper is easily available. English newspaper is cheap also. You try not only the current, even the old one also. Whenever you are having time, you read the newspaper, magazine, and whenever you are having a time, watch the channels where there is English broadcast is going on. But one thing, watch only those things which you can understand, not to prove other.
Yeah.
I noticed in my life there are many students who like those books which are not able to catch. They
Yeah.
are very tough, but they prefer that this one is good. I don't feel like that.
Yeah.
Always start with easy task to tough task. Give challenge to yourself.
Yeah.
Start reading, start speaking to yourself, and then slowly you will improve. है ना? Your best one thing to improve yourself is that improve this one, whom I told you, your soul.
As sir has told you right here, you don't need anyone to talk with, to go for conversation with. You have to talk to yourself. Okay, you can go for self talk. Whatever you have in your head, you can memorize the name of the articles and the nouns in grammatical terms. I would say you have to know the exact name of it. Go for newspapers. You have to read books as I have kept over here, so you can have a lot of knowledge from these sources. And this is exactly what everyone tells us to do in order to speak English and to be a better speaker. So I am very happy and extremely delighted to be a part of this conversation with you, sir.
Same here, sir.
And it was really, I have never ever imagined that we will have such and such conversation and discussion among students as well. And you all are getting a lot of things from us. This is just whatever sir is sharing with us, it is coming out of his long experience. It is not 1 year experience, 15 years of experience he has given to the students, and he has a huge experience. This is why I am listening to you, sir, very attentively. Okay, so last but not the least, I have one more question I want to ask you, sir, on behalf of my new learners, beginners here. They are sitting here, sir. As you told, English may be learnt even in a challenging environment. So most of the students are, sir, not good at knowing the rules of grammar. And grammar is always creating a bottleneck condition and situation in the lives of students. And they feel grammar is very tough. And how should I overcome this? How should they know the basic rules of grammar? This is my question to you, sir.
Let me tell you one thing, sir.
Yeah.
That's why we Indians suffer. That's why we Indians suffer, because we judge when we know grammar, then only we can speak English.
Yeah.
That is only wrong concept, which what I felt.
Yeah.
I noticed that American people, the Britain people from Britain, England, they're speaking very well, and they don't know nothing about. They know nothing about grammar. I challenge you.
Yeah.
But then also they speak. Why? Because practice makes man perfect.
Perfect.
You might notice if you go to Varanasi, there on the ghat, there are many people who, the peddlers who are selling, they are speaking very good English. Not only English, they are speaking Spanish also. They are speaking French. Why? For the sake of this. For the sake of money, they can do anything, sir.
Yeah.
So what? When you are in the need to learn, means hungry to learn, you will learn. And learning grammar is just like a mathematics. It is just like a rule. You try to learn and do practice. If sir is giving you the basic rules, learn the rules and do maximum practice. only learning rule is not sufficient. You try to practice more and you can improve a lot in that one, sir.
That's amazing answer to our question, sir. And even me myself, I am learning a lot from your conversation, sir. I have also taught a lot of students, but I am really very and super excited to be in this conversation, because for the first time here on this platform, we have a very expert teacher in English particular. Sir, you did your masters in English literature, and you have published more number of articles, and articles you have written as well. So this is what I am motivated with, and I am very happy, sir.
Same here, sir. Same.
You have given me this time and valuable suggestion to my students as well this evening. So coming to the conclusion of our conversation, I want to just go for the conclusion of this program and this conversation we have had over here. So from students, and is there any question you all have before we bind up and go for the conclusion of this conversation? I want to know, is there any question from you students? आप अपने क्वेश्चंस हिंदी में भी शेयर कर सकते हैं, इन केस यू हैव. Actually, I have asked more than 2 or 3 questions to our honorable invited sir, and actually he has answered everything in a very exquisite manner. I am very happy. But from students, and is there any question? I want to know from you. कोई क्वेश्चन है आपके पास से? रिया, आप कुछ पूछना चाहेंगे?
प्लीज
बैठे आप पूछो. हाँ
सर, मतलब हम इंग्लिश समझ भी सकते हैं जो बोल रहे हैं सामने, उसके बाद फिर ग्रामर वाइज का नॉलेज भी है सर के क्लास.
हाँ,
उसके बाद लेकिन जुबान बोलना चाहते हैं तो पूरा सेंटेंस बना नहीं सकते हैं.
नहीं बनेगा, एक दिन में कभी नहीं बनेगा. इट विल टेक टाइम. पहले मैंने कहा कि अब मैंने एक एग्जांपल दिया कि बचपन में जब हम चलना शुरू किए तो आप कहे सर हम दौड़ नहीं पाते, पीटी उषा नहीं बन पाते. आप चाहते ही हो, यू वांट टू स्पीक लाइक सर, है ना. डोंट कंपेयर योरसेल्फ. व्हाट आई सेड, इट इज स्लो एंड स्टडी, है ना. स्लो एंड स्टडी ऑलवेज विन द रेस. तो एक दिन में नहीं आएगा. इट विल टेक लिटिल टाइम, स्लोली. एक बार टूटा हुआ बिखरा हुआ, कोशिश तो करो. धीरे धीरे वो कोशिश क्या होगी, हैबिट में कन्वर्ट होगी, एंड इट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट. डोंट हेजिटेट कि हम सीख नहीं पाए. बढ़ रहे हो. आज आपने हिम्मत दिखाया कि यहाँ बैठे इतने बच्चों में आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा. दैट मीन्स यू मूव्ड, एंड दैट लिटिल मूवमेंट विल क्रिएट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग इन योर लाइफ. ओके.
Finally, whatever sir has said is like English doesn't happen all of a sudden. Okay, you need to give time, go for it, and devote yourself and follow the instructions that are being given over here religiously. Like if you have faith in something, you do it honestly. If you have belief in something, you don't do it. Everyone knows yoga is good for our health, but we don't do yoga and meditation. But if you have faith in it, you will go for it, and nobody can stop you from going there. So this is what you should know. It will not happen all of a sudden. It will take a lot of time and efforts. So go for it. Is there any other question anyone is having right now? Okay.
Sir, 1 minute I want to take.
Yeah, sure.
Don't mind.
Yeah.
From last 1 week, I am getting the news from Jajanpur. A lot of the cases of suicide.
Yeah.
And the students, they are committing
this
suicide.
is happening. Yeah.
And I'm really hurt by listening all these things. The young one, they are losing their heart. I want to tell you one thing, sir,
Yeah.
to these students, that failure is part of life and we should accept this thing. Is Indian system, the basic problem is that the parent, the teacher, what they are teaching, they are only teaching how to succeed, but nobody talks about failure. That is the big problem.
Yeah.
You should understand that every coin having 2 faces, head and tail. If the coin having only 1 face, both side head or both side tail, it is of no use. As day exists, night exists.
Yeah.
As black exists, white exists. The same way as success exists, the failure also exists. And why? Why we are quite not capable to cope with, to handle with the failures. आप क्यों घबराते हो फेलियर से? फेलियर पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ है. सर ये मेरा आपके उससे थोड़ा सा हट के है, लेकिन
हाँ, बिल्कुल सर.
because what I felt
Yeah.
being a teacher
Yeah.
from many years, that I used to feel very pain,
Yeah.
lot of pain in my heart when जब मैं सुनता हूँ. तो क्यों पेरेंट्स ये चीज नहीं समझते, क्यों टीचर नहीं समझ पाते ये चीज? कि बच्चों को इस चीज को भी समझाया जाए कि बेटा जैसे पास होने पे तुम्हें ये मिलेगा तो फेल होने पे भी कोई बात नहीं, ये भी पार्ट है, लाइफ का एक पार्ट है। जैसे सिक्के के दो पहलू हैं वैसे फेलियर भी पार्ट है। यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट थिंग। और बड़ी दुख की बात है कि कोई फेलियर की बात ही नहीं करता। हमारे क्या तो फेल की बात करते हैं तो लोग कहते हैं कि मुंह से निकालिए मत, कहीं सच ना हो जाए। सुनने के लिए भी नहीं तैयार हैं लोग। ये बहुत गलत बात है। ये आप जानिए जीवन के इस दौड़ में फेलियर उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट है जितना कि सक्सेस है।
Yeah.
To accept the failure and enjoy the failure. Failure will make you more strong and more perfect. कोई जीतता नहीं एक बार में, कोशिश करिए और हाथ से भी जीतिए। आपने अल्वा एडिसन का एग्जांपल सुना होगा, जिन्होंने बल्ब जलाने से पहले 1000 बार फेल हुए, लेकिन उन्होंने कहा मैं फेल नहीं हुआ, हर बार मैंने सीखा कि इस तरह से करने पे बल्ब नहीं जलता है। तो प्लीज ट्राई टू cope, try to handle the failure also. It is a part of life. They accept it and enjoy the failure also, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I have no words to admire and appreciate what you have shared with us, and with your vast experience, immense experience you have in this particular field, sir. You have suggested all my students that you have to welcome failures as well. If they are coming your way, you have to welcome them, learn from them. And it is rightly said by someone, failures may be there in your life, you have to make the best use of it. Like from your failures you can learn something, and next time, like Alva edition, you can make history, you can create history as well. Okay, so coming to the final point and conclusion of this program and this conversation we have had over here, sir, I want to say from the core of my heart once again, for inviting my for accepting my invitation, and doing and sharing with all my students your immense knowledge and experience. Everything is just happening, and I am very happy and deeply grateful to you, sir, for joining us this evening.